All right, number 8 says use the unit circle to fill in the following for 0, less than or equal to theta, less than or equal to 2, or sorry, less than 2 pi. Give your answers in radians. Now, again, please in radians. And also, give me both answers between 0 and 2 pi. Now, for this first one where we have sine inverse of root 3 over 2, it's really asking you, if you want to think about it this way, the sine of what angle equals the square root of 3 over 2. Now, there's going to be two answers. The first one, we're going to say it's at pi over 3. And at 2 pi over 3. So the sine, again, is your y value. So where is y equal to root 3 over 2? At pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3. The second one, cosine inverse of 1/2. So where is the inverse cosine of 1/2? It's really asking where is cosine equal to 1/2. And, hey, what do you know? Same answer as the previous one, pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3. Oops, sorry. For the next one, inverse sine of negative root 3 over 2. So where is y equal to the negative root 3 over 2? We've got 4 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. Sine of 1/2. Where is our y value equal to positive 1/2? We've got pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. Where is cosine equal to -1? There's only one option there. That is at pi. Now for tangent, it's going to take a little more work, so I'm going to zoom in on this one because it's not one where we can just copy and paste from our x and y coordinates. Unless you wrote the tangents on your unit circle, which is not necessarily a bad idea. For this tangent, we're going to say inverse tangent of -1 over square root of 3. So we're asking ourselves, where does tangent equals -1 over square root of 3? Alright, when you're thinking about this, think about on your coordinate plane, where could tangent be equal to a negative number? Well, it's our y coordinate divided by our x coordinate, just as a refresher. So the only places that we could find a y coordinate divided by an x coordinate giving us a negative are in the second quadrant and the third quadrant. Alright. Let's try out one angle that has a square root of 3 in it. Since I kind of already know the answer, I'm going to kind of cheat, and I'm going to choose the tangent. We're going to test out tangent of 5 pi over 6. So when we take the tangent of 5 pi over 6, that gives us our y value of 1/2 over our x value of negative square root of 3 over 2. Now, please recall that we don't want to have a negative, or sorry, a fraction divided by a fraction. So to simplify, we'll do 1/2 times the reciprocal, -2 over square root of 3. Now, when I can cancel off the 2's here, leaving us with, let's see, -1 over square root of 3. So that's one of our answers, 5 pi over 6. Now, the other angle that we could use for that one, we could go through and do the same process. Sorry, this is starting to look a little janky. I might re-record this later. But one other thing we could do is 5 pi over 6 ends up being kind of over in this quadrant like so. Now, the equivalent for that in quadrant 4 is kind of like down here. It's really like this measure right here is 1 pi over 6 away from 180. This is, or sorry, from pi. This is 1 pi over 6 away from 2 pi. So 1 pi over 6 less than 2 pi is 11 pi over 6. Now again, hopefully you yourself already wrote in all the tangents on there, but in case you didn't, you'll have to do a guessing check just like I did.